Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Nooby's videos. Sorry for the... Well, like I said in the previous video, I'm sorry I had PC problems, but now I don't have any excuses. This time around I just couldn't do them and wasn't feeling up to it. Well, anyways, we have Mr. Vasectomia, a good friend of mine from Belgrade. Actually Zemun, but Belgrade. And he will be showing us how to play in his British Tier 8 medium tank, namely the Centurion Mark I. Now, the Centurion Mark I was a widely used British vehicle from post-World War II era. Like it says on Wikipedia, the Centurion tank, introduced in 1945, was the primary British main battle tank in the post-World War II period. It is widely considered to be one of the most successful post-war tank designs, remaining in production into the 1960s and seeing combat in the front lines in the 1980s. The chassis was also adapted for several other roles, and these have remained in service up to this day. Now, this tank, obviously in World of Tanks, is also a great medium tank, with a great 20-pounder gun and a great turret armor, but with a capped speed limit of 40 kilometers an hour, which is maybe a little bit of a drawback for the tank, but I think if it was any bigger, it would be a overpowered vehicle. Now, our good friend Vasectomia, well, I just can't say that name. I'm just going to call him Darko. Darko is going to show us how to properly use your vehicle, your Centurion tank. Now, the Centurion tank mainly has a top gun, which is a 20-pounder gun, which has a 226 millimeters of penetration with average damage of 230. Now, that may not sound as bad, knowing that the Tier 7 gun, the Tier 7 tank, the Comet, had an average damage of 115, which this thing is a great increase, but with a terrible loss of speed and maneuverability of the vehicle. Now, the other things of this tank is that he has a good gun depression. Doesn't have the 12 degrees of gun depression, but that is also good. And as you can see, he's quite maneuverable, even though he has the 40 kilometers an hour top speed limit. But those 226 millimeters of penetration, sometimes at Tier 8 against T-34 premium tanks, is a bit of a drawback, and it's not faring as well, one would say, against higher tiered opponents, because this thing will see Tier 10 tanks and 226 millimeters penetration. His premium shells, though, have 258 millimeters of penetration, which is not that bad, but the main problem is that the tank has only 76 millimeters of hull armor, with 51 at the sides and 38 at the rear, which is maybe good enough in tier when you're top tier in Tier 8s and you have 6s and 7s below you. But seeing Tier 9s and 10s? Yeah, but this, leading up to the 7-1, is a great tank. Has great accuracy, great aiming time, as you can see here. The gun is deadly accurate. Some of the versions of this gun have been upgraded and still used up to this day. Now, the top speed limit, as I said, is 40 kilometers an hour. That vehicle, fully loaded, weighs 45 tons, with the maximum load limit, if you put a gun rammer or some equipment, is up to 48 tons. Like I said, I think that the speed thing is a bit of a drawback. I think the Centurion tank had the 40 kilometers an hour is Wargaming's idea of the top speed of the Centurion, because I think it was faster in real life. Because 40 kph on a modern battlefield, nope, not going to cut it much. Well, yeah, and I forgot to mention, Darko here has a first mark of excellence on this tank, so he is good. He loves it, and in his words, he can't wait to get to the 7-1 and then to the FE-4202, which is going to get replaced by a Chieftain tank, I believe they said, something like that. Now bounced off the IS-3. His 10 degrees of gun depression working their charm here. Shot at the IS-3's ass. Nice damage roll. And now he takes aim at the side armor of the IS-3. Shoots him at a weird angle and it bounces, of course, because the IS-3 has a great spaced armor at the side of the tank, so it just eats shells. Killed first IS-3, shot at second, nice damage. Reverses up a bit. Now he's using the maneuverability of the tank and the 10 degrees of the gun depression to take quick shots at the IS-3 and making IS-3 miss. Because IS-3 doesn't have the gun, the accuracy of the gun as him in the Centurion tank. Now, side shot of the STI, thank you. We'll take it anytime. Ass shot of the IS-3 as well. Nice. And when keeping tabs, 2 kills. Nice, always nice. Another shot, and now blind shot. He didn't move. Nope, of course not. Nice shot, mate. Moving on, he is moving to see if he can take out either the Borsig or the T-54. He was just told by the Rheinmetall Borsig to go kill the artillery. He's saying affirmative, but he runs into the T-54. Now the T-54 tier 9 Soviet tank is a much greater target than the artillery. Not sure what to do. He's moving on. He's going to try and flank them, which is always a smart thing to do, but not if you have a tier 9 American artillery in play. The 53-55, which has a awesome, extremely large splash radius, so it doesn't have to hit you. He just needs to shoot at the nearest postal code and he's going to kill you and everything around you. Moving on around, oh, I forgot to say we are on Hidden Village map. Now around this corner you can see the limitations of that 750 horsepower engine on a 45-ton machine. It's a bit of a struggle to get up the hill, but as soon as he gets on flat ground he can accelerate up. Now he got spotted. He's moving on to... Hello, Mr. Borsig. 1 hit point. He takes out the Borsig, of course, most dangerous gun. Reverses and... yeah. Artillery got his revenge. Now, moving on to result screen. Now on the result screen we see him, he got him Master Bass Jace Tanker, he got a Firefighter Effect, he got Fighter, Spotter and a Bruiser with 2608 experience and 42,000 credits. He also came top on experience, skills and damage done in his team and for the better part of the enemy team. And he got a 14,000 credits profit with 19 out of 15 shots fired. Thank you everybody for watching, and share, like and subscribe.